Hello, welcome back. Last time I got Skyland done, and I didn't have much to do there, but I have a lot to do in Iceland. Almost every level has something that I need to pay attention to in it. Not this one, but almost all the others. So here I can just go however I wish to, and there was stuff in the sky maybe? How interested am I in flying? Mildly. I want to statue one of these things. No, that didn't work out. Oh, right, I can't or something? Well, there goes my suit. Alright, let's just not worry about that then. I think I tried that before and the result was roughly the same. So, Spike Ball doesn't seem to hurt anymore once the owner has been knocked out. Is there stuff in the sky here? Not in a place I can obviously find. You know what? If there was, I will assume I already saw it, because I don't have any... Okay. Right, invincibility is weirdly short in this game, so if you want to use it to boost through something, that's something that better be really close. Otherwise, no boost is boosting. Alright, let's just try and survive through this level, get to the end, since I have no special tasks. Playing the game in a mode where I pretty much have not played it, like, at all during this whole playthrough. In other words, basically the normal way that this game would be played. I've only been doing it the weird way. Yep. The weird way where I'm not allowed to ignore anything. Alright, so there's a 1-up, up high in 6-2 apparently. I don't know what up high means, but... Oh, that thing... You know what? I don't wanna... I did not check my inventory. I'm going to check my inventory first. What does it look like? Not full. Plenty of room. Okay. Brip. Brip. Still nothing. So here's the hammer that I cloned by blowing a warp whistle by accident. I don't think I have a use for that hammer, so it's probably just going to clog up my inventory forever. Alright, let's try this technique again. Mushroom flower, mushroom star, mushroom flower, mushroom star. Got mushroom. Okay. So slightly before. That was slightly after, and I still counted. A lot before. That was probably not enough before. It was! There we go. Alright, I won the mushroom. If I'm understanding right, I haven't really done the research on this, but it sounds like the way in which that is rigged is that there's a random delay added after you press the button. So wherever you aim, it's going to aim some unknown amount after that point. I guess I'm not ignoring the end spade. That's fine. Right. Didn't take too long. So, a 1-up up high in this level. Is this the auto-scroller? Yeah, okay, so the one that I just didn't manage to get up to in time. Okay. At least I think this is the one that I'm thinking about. Right, so I need assistance to get over this. With you I could break some of those bricks if I wanted. There could be something in there, like a P-switch. This is not a collect lots of coins level. So I do not need to show special interest in those. Did I go too early? Almost, but not actually. Where's that 1-up? The jump didn't jump. Well, alright, let's try again. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to see if destroying these bricks would do anything. I guess... Well, I checked the top one. If there was anything in that column, it would have been there. There's probably nothing in any of those, but if I had a tail, I could do something about it. However, I lost mine. Okay, so, right. This is where my jump button didn't do its job. This is phrased a lot like a level where I'd want to collect all the coins, but... according to my mapping, it's not one of those. Where's that 1-up? Up there. That's the spot. Okay, so I need to get there quickish. Like this. Here we go. Okay. Gotcha! Alright, that was all I missed here as far as I know. What? Nice jump. Giving me a chance to check this other block I wanted to check. Okay, nothing there. Got it. Whoa! Okay. Alright, so don't jump too high over that. I actually almost did it again. This time I'm big so I can get more out of that if I want. I don't really want you in my hands. You will do me no good and you will eventually do me some bad. Alright, so those coins don't really tell me where land is. One up, you go left, I guess? Sure. Alright, so don't miss this cloud for some reason. Surprisingly hazardous level here. I mean, auto-scrolling with small jumps over ice. Maybe that shouldn't be surprising. No scroll up, clearly. Okay, so what am I doing in the next one? 6-3 has a note. One up, down low, near the end of 6-3. Okay. Let's see what that's about. Boing, boing. This one might not be one that I noted, so I don't know if these are my words or not, because I didn't distinguish in the notes that I kept for myself. Some of these come from me, some of them come from other people. That brick looks like it has something in it. It has a vine. So this looks like a place to get a suit, possibly the first hammer suit in the game? First I'm gonna fly, in case it's one of those. Here are coins. It's probably Tanuki though, because like, or it might be one-ups. Hammer suit feels like it wouldn't make sense in a room with a, yeah, okay. Alright, so I come out of the same pipe I went into, and if I went back in there, that box would already be popped, yeah. So those are a once per level thing, but you can die and try to level again if you really want it and haven't gotten it. Alright, so the vine block is right here. Camera hasn't scrolled down all the way. There we go, I just want to see where the bottom is. Something, one up, down low? Where would that be? What am I looking for? Whoop. You, maybe? That was probably it. Yeah, perhaps I just didn't pop that brick. That seems very likely. And there's not much more to see, so let's assume that was it. I can't stand on those. Those are in the background. Right? And I guess the scrolling up in this level is just for the Tanuki. I say without checking, but whatever. Anyway, alright, so fortress time in a second. I suppose I could, if I'd use the hammer on that rock. Hammer suit, nice. Because I don't think there are any other, like in the entire game, there are no more destructible rocks. I certainly don't have anything noted that I need this for. Where does this go? Do you have to like use this to unlock a shortcut that like a mini fortress will actually open? What? Oh no, you would go in this pipe and hammer your way out of that to skip 1 and 2 and either 3 or 4. Okay, got it. Alright, this fortress. Can I keep a Tanuki the whole way through? Improbable, but maybe. I'll statue if I need to here. I didn't need to. Let's see, first fortress, nothing. Nothing I need to do. Just live. Is there something further down in this one, or am I thinking of elsewhere? I'm thinking of elsewhere. Might even be another game. Ah, this is the Star Boom Boom fortress. You go away. It's easier to do that small. I don't want to lose my suit for that. There's something up here, but I forget what it was. It's 1 up? It's 1 up. Okay. Well, I missed. That's okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna challenge myself to get to Boom Boom with the star while big. Whoops, well, I already popped it, so that's not gonna help with that process, but let's try it anyway. P-speed would help. I didn't bring it. Yeah, I'm not making it? Okay. This is not the way to go. I need to move to the side after I stomp you. I'll do the last hit of the statue. Will I know? Nope. That's fine. As much as I like the Tanuki suit, I don't actually get that much utility out of it compared to a leaf. It's just kind of the novelty of being able to kill a lot of things as the statue that are normally invulnerable. I mean, I guess I knocked out a lot of rotodiscs there, so that was a benefit. Mushroom again. Great. And not mushroom. Okay. Okay, so I should aim for the mushroom if I don't want to get the mushroom, I guess. Also, if this is level 4, then... what was to the left? If it wasn't 1, 2, 3, and 4? Right, what am I doing here? There's a coin heaven, supposedly. Where would that be? Uh-oh. Okay, I gotta locate a coin heaven? That incredibly dangerous jump. Well, I meant not to do it, but I ended up doing it. Why do I feel like the coin heaven is on one side or the other of these ice blocks? That's the feeling I'm getting. Like right here? Yep, found it. Okay. An ancient memory resurfaced when I saw that. And also there's potential for other things in the sky if I... yeah, this is the non-scrolling type. Shoot, is this gonna kick me out with an item? No, this one ends with a pipe. Okay then, that's where I get dropped. Rude. This is not a coin level. So if I wanted to see if there's other things in the sky, let's see. Could you get far enough to help me? Well, none of that's gonna happen. You know what this is, the sensible way back. Alright, I'm gonna bring some kind of power up. Do I have a regular mushroom? Because there is a leaf in... wait, is there? No. I have 3 leaves, that's plenty. Let's just use 1. So if I want to see if there's stuff in the sky... I guess that's just for 3 coins, if you really want those. Is there any place that's big enough to fly here? I don't have a lot of runway, actually. Okay, well yeah, so Coin Heaven is there, that's cool. Extra leaf is there. I could have left it in the block in case I lose mine, but that's not what ended up happening. Where those flippy blocks are might be able to turn into a flyable spot. Oh, it did. Oh, and there's totally... hello. There's like a bunch of stuff here. So there's probably a 1-up under that... oh boy. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So you do like a... you chain your P speed through that hole. And then there's also... there's lots of stuff here, actually. Okay. So funny little T-shape in the sky. And that other one, yeah, like there's gotta... right, duck sliding in this game is... it's actually pretty hard to do. Just because of the whole thing where if I press any direction, it unducks me. And why did I get 0 P speed from that whole exchange? Meter was just falling when it should have been rising. Yeah, just falling when it should... I guess ice is hard to start a run on? Here we go. You will be a 1-up. Okay. So if I want to go left here, that's doable. Theoretically. Alright, you're going to be a problem. Go away. That thing doesn't flip me when I... oh, this is going to be very dangerous. Alright. If I turn around at that moment, it should be fine. I don't think there's anything left of here. There's no flight potential. This is like a P-wing only secret or something. I'll try to the right. Here's you. Here's that 1-up. Here's some level I haven't seen, so I'm just flying all the way over it and hoping. Okay, do I want to check what's in the part of the level I didn't see? Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's fine. So is it just a whole bunch more of this stuff? And a fire chomp, and... woohoo! Opportunities to get pushed into the pit. Okay, that's all. There's actually not much to it. This flight will not last long. Nope. What? What? I got pushed left? Yeah, I guess that would do that. Okay. So, without flight, okay, that didn't work. So as I was saying, without flight, this might be a little trickier. Isn't there a... No power-up there. That's a 1-up. First power-up is in this extremely dangerous spot. Is it that dangerous? Yeah? Yeah, it's not that bad, actually. Okay, so if I'm grounded and just trying to survive through here, once again, play like a normal person would. Yeah, okay, so the fires in your tail do hurt. Alright. Yeah, a normal person would get flung all over the place by those, in ways that don't always make sense. Wait, it's just the one fire chomp? I thought there were two. Okay, anyway, so that's done. And I have nothing to do until 6, 7, 5 and 6. Whoa, those were 2 Hammer Brothers. Uh-oh. Okay, that resolved. It took its time. I can actually use some items. I have... what, 3 free spaces? 4 free spaces. Let's look for some items. I would like that mushroom. That's a star. Well, I got the star. That's a 10. The other 10 was here, I think. Yep. There's that mushroom. Got it. What are you? Mushroom? I'd like you. I don't think I flipped this one. And it's mushroom. There we go. Okay, I got 3 items and resolved the game. Alright, so 6-6. I'll save the legend for a moment. Oh, do I need a P-Wing over this? I sure do. Alright, so let's find a way to die. Oh boy, I'm gonna need... Alright, so this is the fish jumping level. This is what it looks like. How am I going to do this exactly? How many P-Wings do I have? I know I don't need one in 6-5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have lots. Never mind. Use freely. This is what they're for. Can't go up. Can't get over the wall. Okay. I hit a ceiling. So there is a ceiling. Got it. Okay. Well... P-Wing will lose its P as I go... Oh, hey, a star. When I exit the level. The star music kills the reverb on the... Oh, hey, check it out! I still have permanent P meter because I haven't touched the ground since I transformed. Cool, okay. So I learned something new. This is a place where you have to frog suit into a secret, right? Is it? Still powered up. Well, Okay. So I know I don't need to do that. Let's see, I don't have any frog suits. I used them all. Just a regular power-up could help me out there, I guess. I think there's a power-up in the top path. So star in the bottom, power-up in the top, but also a lot of danger, so if you want to benefit from this, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Not actually that bad. Alright, so if I want a star, there's one here. Yeah, so the star music kills the reverb, and the music sounds different. Alright, so there's probably a fire flower in one of those blocks. Do I want it that much? I mean, it'd be useful here, but nah. This is not that frog suit level I was thinking about. I guess that's elsewhere. So I guess this part of the ice world melted. It's warmer underground, so instead of ice, it's water. Right, short invulnerability. If I bring a mushroom, what power-up is in that block? Probably leaf? Actually, fire flower would make a lot more sense. But will it do the one that makes sense? Oop. The fish jumped into my feet. It is a fire flower, okay. Yeah, this is clearly a fire flower level. Like, tail's not gonna do you any good underwater. Yeah, so So that's about as far as I can get with a star. I actually got a little further than last time. But up here, there's a secret one-up, which you can't see in this version, but in the other one, that'd be a different palette on the non-parallax background, I think. Alright, and I think there's a fire flower in one of these now that it's safe to check. There is. Okay. Alright, at this point, I'm just interested in finishing the level. Okay, Mario kind of goes reasonably fast underwater once he gets going. It takes him a bit to get going. I had felt extra fast, but that's just his normal speed. Doesn't mean to feel really slow until he gets going. I'm gonna try and... well, I was gonna try and let that fish live. I didn't try very hard. Big ice wall here. Don't imagine I could fly over it in the other direction. But yeah, so whole level cannot be skipped for that. I'm trying to do a thing here. I'm trying to do a thing here, and I insist. Ooh, it's slippery. Okay, no scroll up. I think that's clear enough. Alright, let's do the legendary level, and I'm gonna do it the alternate way. Hammer Brothers, there's too many of you. Let's do some population control. How many spaces do I have? Exactly enough. Oh, there's another rock I could have broken there. So there was a second use for the hammer. Okay, well that's not an item I want to keep. I'll fight these in the same spot? Not the same spot, no, right next to it. Man, wherever the power-ups are in these blocks, I am just not landing on those spaces. Like, ever. Anyway, so, the legend. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and fly over there. I think I got a clear enough answer in 6. Do you have a leaf in you? Yeah, you do. Alright, so... the place I need to fly... I need to make it safe first. Woohoo! I'm gonna knock that guy out because I won't be using him. Let's do this the alternate way. Right, get lots of flight. Go up here. This was the way that Child Me was actually capable of doing things. That didn't quite work, but there's a way to... there's a way to thwack those things and knock one out and actually get in there. So let's work on that. Doing it without the shell. Shouldn't be too hard. I just need to, like, go down... let's see, what do I need to do? Yeah, it's gonna be kind of fiddly. Turtle despawned itself. Let's see. That didn't work. I don't know, thwacking one of those seems a little unlikely. I imagine it's doable. Woo, okay, you just keep that thing in your hand. It won't melt because your hands are very cold. Maybe with flight? Let's see. I need to make it jump up and nip at me. Well, I broke a brick, but that's going to unbreak itself when I screen transition, I think? Okay, this is actually a lot harder to pull off than the turtle shell strategy. I'm going to keep at it. Oh, well. Somehow we hit each other. How does that work? If my tail hits you, you shouldn't be there anymore to hit me. That would make more sense to me. Alright, turtle will have despawned itself. And the brick respawned itself, of course. Yeah, so I need the one to jump, and the other to also jump at a different time. Then I need to be next to, I need to desync them? Maybe when I did this successfully, I did it with a P-Wing. That could be expensive on the P-Wings. I don't know, this might be a little too fiddly to actually get done. I'll try 1 or 2 more times and see if I can do it. No, not that time. Alright, if I have some flight here? No, it's just like, if I flail my tail around, I'm just not gonna land in a place where I can actually thwack that. Now I guess with that brick broken, there's a different thing I could try here. If I duck fly and get in there, then I could break... Well, that didn't quite work, but I think I have something going. So if I duck fly... Oh, well, I didn't do that, but if I did... When I'm here, I can totally... It's just, if I get abducted by the wall, I'm no longer able to... no longer able to thwack. Yes, timer, I know. Hey, you, go away. Okay. I'm gonna make this work. Duck flying will not help right here. So I get stuck and I can't do what I want to do. So I need to get in here and do that. There we go. Okay, so that's progress. Oops, okay. I don't have time to finish this probably, but... So if I can get myself wedged in there... Here we go, here we go. Alright, well this was one way to do it. Can I make it to the exit in time? 4 Mario time units? Probably not quite. 3, 2... Oh yeah, because they slow down! Okay. Alright, well that was an alternate way. Not the one I had planned, but it worked out. Okay, so Toad House. I'm gonna waste this cloud. You have Hammer Suit. And I'm pretty sure that's guaranteed. It's 3 Hammer Suits in those chests. Okay, this thing. So in 6-7 I have something to do. Why do you give me mushroom when I'm aiming for star? Because the game is rigged. Okay, right, so aim for mushroom and therefore I will not get mushroom, maybe. This is a coin collecting level, therefore I should waste an item so I don't lose that hammer suit. I need a fire flower. I need a fire flower. Okay, so bring a fire flower all the way to the end. I don't know if there are any in the level, but I'll make sure by bringing my own. And I think that's all I'm doing, right? I need to really make sure. There's one more thing. There's a 1-up above a pair of donut lifts, it says. Which pair? Okay, yeah, so that wants to deflower me. You go away. 1 up above a pair of donut lifts. That's more than a pair, that's 4. Are you a flower? No, you're a coin. That's, okay, above a pair, not that pair. There's the fire flower. Alright, so there is one in the level. First 2 are leaves. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, well I didn't collect it, but I found it. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to be ahead of the screen for that. Okay, alright, so the challenge becomes clear. The level provides everything that I need. Just gotta do it. There's a fire chomp not too deep in here, so be ready for it. Does he show up here already? Here. Right here. There you are. Alright, well, you just go off screen and stay away from me. What the... Okay! All of that made not enough sense. I'm not sure what happened. Where did my donut block go? I guess it just ceased to exist because it was too high above the screen. But, like, it still fell, but the falling version despawned, even though the unfalling one was still there, I guess. Yeah, it's like tile geometry versus sprites or whatever. Alright, so you just please quit that. Alright, there's still enough power-ups to get to the end with fire. Because there's another leaf right here, right? No. Later? Or did I... Maybe I am too late already. Because this is where the flower is. Okay, so there aren't enough power-ups. Unless there's a later flower? By the way, how many coins am I going for? I entered with 47. I need 78. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. It might be just easier to count that way. Man, you are just the worst creature in the worst place. Okay, 54 plus 78. 120, 133, 132. So 32 coins after rolling over. I think I added that right. Yeah, 32 after rolling over. Okay. I think taking the lower path will be better for fire chomp behavior. Yeah, it makes him spawn lower, but still, I need to not take that hit. 35 after rollover. This is going to take a lot of tries. So lower route gets the fire chomp better positioned. Ornery dog, you go away. There. Not deadly on the way down like the blooper with babies is. But pits are still deadly. Is this too early? Yes. Gotta really watch that timing. Has to start scrolling down and actually scroll down a little bit first. Okay, so you, go away. I'll take these. I will not fall off this time. 58 after rollover, I think it was. What? I don't think there was another one below the screen that I missed there. Fire flower is here. The rest of these are just bricks. I'll break them anyway just to be sure. Okay, right, so I need to get ahead of something. It's not here. Where is it? Right, I'll get those. Get these. Yeah, it is here. Okay. I didn't get the one up, but we saw where it is. That's enough for me. 58 after rollover. You're fireproof. I didn't demonstrate that, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Alright, so to get to 58 after rollover, the key is to keep the fire flower because there's a huge block of coins over here. And I should get well past 58 with this, maybe, or maybe I'll be exactly at 58, or maybe I'll be short. That's 51. Did I add wrong? Yes. 58 wasn't the number, 48 was. I have enough. 48? 51? 51, I have 51. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I got every coin in the level. And there we go. Got those two items together. Okay. Which takes priority? This matters. The N panel does. I think I just want to bail out of this. So let's try and discover where that one up is. Well, I got some coins, that's fine. It could be here. It is here. Alright, it's this layout. I'm safe to get one item here. The flower I saw was there. That's a star. Okay, so then you abduct me, and the music does a funny thing. The strange and wonderful thing in here is an anchor. Alright, cool. So, got all that done. In this fortress... I'm hearing about a third fortress? Is there a third fortress in this world? The note I have says... some things up high, including a one-up. Alright, well, I'll check up high in here just in case that's something I want. But I think I might have nothing to do here. If I have nothing to do, let's try a little experiment. Okay, I can skip a little bit of stuff there if I want, and a little more here if I... Woo! Alright, well that didn't quite work. Coming in small will not give me the benefit of a leaf. So I'm just gonna have to do this normal. I think I can get one later, though. Alright, yeah, so flying under is its own category of challenge. So slippery. This is the actual ice fortress. The other one was warmed with lava. This one is just cold as can be. Here's a leaf. This is not a place I particularly want to fly. I could try. It would be pretty hard. So the real challenge there, yeah, and then getting back to safety, good luck. Woohoo! Alright, here is a fine place. Yeah, there is no opportunity to go up high ever in this fortress. So I guess there's a third one. A 3-fortress world, huh? You didn't move horizontally at all. Does that have to do with the ice, I wonder, or just, like, the part of your behavior that was happening there? I don't know. Ice World is a big world. Alright, number 8, I think I have nothing. Let's make sure. No, there's some stuff. Big block of coins in the sky above P switch at the end. And then there was the idea of trying to fly under this level with a P-wing. I don't want to do that. That's not interesting to me, so let's not. Okay, Turtle, you look like you want to help me with this little plant problem. You did great. Can't get a 1-up from chained turtle shell kills in this game. You could hear those clearly. Whoa! Speaking of hearing clearly, that was higher pitched for some reason, but the turtle kills were not. H! Nothing above the H. There's a different H that has... Oh, there was something above the H. Okay. Does this level scroll? I don't think it does, but let's check. Is this a safe place to fly? Safe enough. Oh, it does. Oh, here's the big block of coins. Right. Of coins? Of bricks. There's a P switch on the ground, it sounded like. Yeah, right here. Okay. So I'm gonna fly and hit that and get as much as I can. The block thrower over there is dead, right? Yes. No. He just went in a pit. That's not dead enough for me. So I think that's the way to do that, roughly? Roughly. Okay. Well, I got some of them. And I am gonna go in here and check for, like, a 1-up or something. Okay, yeah, so it looks like... This looks to me like something that's not meant to be, like, gotten all of. Without a P-wing, at least. P-wing could probably get all those coins in one P-switch transaction. They sure did like that P letter. I think it stands for power, but also it's kind of unspecified. If there were a 1-up, it'd be higher than that. Okay. I'm satisfied. Alright, and in this next level, I want to bring a P-wing. Yeah, there is another fortress. Okay, P-wing here. So this scrolls, and you can just fly over the ice wall here, and there's stuff. Yeah, check it out. What is happening up here? Is this a multi-coin or a 1-up? It's a 1-up. Okay. And is this the end of the level? The whole thing is skippable. Okay. Well, now that we've seen that, what was down here? In case of, like, All-Stars changes or something? It scrolls up this high, there'll be nothing else in the sky. So unlike the other two ice wall levels, this one is fully skippable. Why is it different? This is a water level, got it, okay. Gonna have this noisy noise the whole time. Right, this whole place is kind of a big maze, and you know what? I'm not gonna get full exploration here. This is the frog suit down low level. Alright, so bring a frog suit and something can happen. What does P-switch do? Makes munchers and coins. Fire flower there if you want that. Well, now I'd like it, but now it's gone. I guess the downpipe is the one I want? I guess neither of those is. I was steering up when I jumped into this, but not good enough apparently. Okay. So I decided not to skip that level. Instead I went there and just flew over it. Is that better? Yes. I didn't remember it was the water level. Alright, 10 has a hammer suit in it. And I have nothing special to do. Right, I do have something special to do in the fortress though, so I should save this for after the fortress. Alright, hammer suit later, just in case I can take it to the airship. So in the fortress, some things up high including a 1-up, says my notes. I have a mushroom, let's use it. Up high. Yeah, this looks flyable. Do I need a P-wing here? I'm hoping there's a local leaf somewhere that I can use. Yeah, this scrolls. That's going to be a leaf. It's a little hard to get. Alright, so you're on the left. Here we go. Here's a leaf. That's not a good place to fly. Are there any of those? The bottom view is safe. Okay, you, however, are very much not. I can just park you over here, and wow, this is complicated. Okay. Nothing there, so I need to go farther. You. Be looked at. Alright, here's something. Where am I landing? Conveyor belt, okay, that's good for flying. Nice. One up. And that's the end of the up high portion. Alright, so leaf went away. Gonna have to get another one if I want to fly anymore. That's fine, probably. Might not be, actually, but let's pretend it is. Yeah, I would like to be up high there. Oh, wow, that's super weird. I guess I should start over, right? So I'll bring my own leaf. How about that? Plenty of room to fly here. There are spikes and there are rotodiscs, so... There we go. That was the way to do that. So careful flight gets me this one up. And there's still a leaf in a box in case I move the... oh boy. Okay. Okay. This is all fine. Something above thwomp. Here we go. Thwack, thwack, thwack. And this lets me bypass the thwomp, so his danger is neutralized. That's as much as I can see to the right, more or less. Oh boy. And that's a wall. Okay. Does the ceiling open up again? It does. Okay. Can I fly here? That looks a little narrow for such activities. However, how else would I get up there? With great difficulty. You don't go all the way... You do go kind of all the way to the edge. So there isn't a ghost on this one. I guess I'll use the conveyor belt... Oh boy. This isn't going to work. I need to go the other direction. So that switches directions there. How... Meter's not building and the ghost decided to show up there now. Oh, I can fly here. Check it out. Okay. Let's at least let me see that there is nothing. Okay. Cool stuff. In this silly room, just stand here, wait for the door. That's what this looks like on the Super Nintendo. Patoon. Bum bum. With extra blocks above. Didn't help him much. Alright, and my only other task here is get that hammer suit, take it to the right. This level was very complicated. Take it to the airship and try to get the king's quote from that. That was a dangerous jump, but I did it. Let's see, okay, so what's involved in getting this hammer suit? The P-switch, I need a fire flower. There's one. That's become dangerous. That's fine. I can pre-melt some things here if I wish. I'll make a stairway in case that's helpful here. This isn't really necessary, but I'll do it. And yeah, it's keeping the hammer suit after that point where things get hard. And let's see, wasn't there something funny about... Right, I moved too far away and the vine despawned, that's what it was. And then I couldn't climb all the way up. Okay. Doesn't matter if I lose my power-up now, because there's a new one for me in here, but it's just hard to keep is all. Here we go, I'm hammered. So. Hammer, hammer. Right, so you're about to throw a block at me, so I will leave before that happens. There are lots of those who want to throw blocks at me. Right, so higher aggression is kind of the way to go here. Use the ice blocks because otherwise they will throw theirs at me. Hammers will also do a good thing here. I don't know where the floor is. I found it. Okay, that wasn't so hard that time. One shot. Great. Now let's one-shot this airship with the suit on. I did not gain a frog suit. I'm not even doing that. It's just not. Did not gain a frog suit. You're a Monty Mole! So we've moved on to Super Mario World in terms of those references. Still wearing the crown. I guess they all do. So it's fun. I realized, I remembered that the World 5 NES King was just sort of a generic bird. But now it's an albatross. So at least it's still bird, just a slightly differently skinned one. Whoop. Alright, be safe. I'd like to not use the item out of my inventory. I'm going to save that for Bowser. And also some stuff in World 7. So if you wait for the appropriate scroll, you'd only have to jump on each one of those once. So unlike a statue, a hammer cannot kill a flame. Although the statue kind of failed at the flame kill last time I tried it, but I think I was just not aimed right. I always found those little... Ah, dang it! I always found those little planks of wood at the bottom kind of funny, as those little half tiles. Alright, well, let's try again. So now, if the airship flies away, I guess let's try this, since I'm not going to get another good opportunity. You're anchored. I go here and I die. Yeah, I can make it off the left side of this one. And that sticks to exactly where it is. Okay. Do I want to do that? I have item room. Let's do it, I guess. This thing shows up too often. I just do not need it as often as it offers itself to me. But I guess because I keep doing it, I benefit from the items I can get. This is a star. A lot of my inputs are being dropped here. It has its own ideas of when it'll be listening to me. Okay, stars and mushrooms, so the rest are flowers and a 10 coin somewhere. If that's a 10 coin, I'm going to say this probably is. I am correct. Check it out, I didn't do the whole thing in one. The 1-up was already revealed. And maybe 1 star or something? Anyway. Inventory's full now. 1, 2... I got only 2 hammer suits. There's some more in World 7. Alright, I'll try this. Let's just keep this all the way through where I want to use it in World 7 to demonstrate just one little tiny thing that is inconsequential. Whoop. So don't get flamed. Should be doable. I was just a little careless for no real reason. Actually, I think I can just jump on one of these. Yeah, just one jump. You don't have to interact with the nuts if you don't want to. Yeah, so hazards here, just not that many. But the ones that are there are credible. I always enjoyed these little, like, micro blocks here. Tiny little planks of wood. Alright, so that flame got me before. Don't let it. Don't get that leaf. And that's way too high to get up with my current power-up. There are ways to get up there, but I don't possess them at the moment. Okay. Lammy, right, you're unhammerable, I learned, so I gotta actually just stomp on you. Okay. Okay, did it! Hammer suit is done. Now I gotta finish the other one with a frog suit somehow. Maybe I'll find a way. Maybe I'll just have to do a quick little game restart for that. If so, that honestly would be a lot easier. Hey you, can I borrow your clothes? No, what a drag, I think was the quote. Hey you, how about lending me your clothes? No dice, what a drag. Alright, I got the meaning but not the syntax. Close enough. Alright. Darkness, the end of the third world. I remember there being a theory, like here she says, I am well. There was a theory that Bowser's actually writing these. So either either they're like old letters that are just being delivered to me now, which I guess if they were given to the kings before they're transformed, they would be, or that Bowser is writing them to throw me off the trail, but that doesn't make sense for several reasons. Because, like, he writes me a letter at the end of this world to tell me to come and rescue her. So no, these are just old, outdated letters, or right, third possibility, while I'm here at this world, he's kidnapping the princess at this moment. Which might be, he says, while you were running around, I kidnapped the princess. So maybe it just happens between here and the end of this world. Anyway, next time, Pipe Lent.